morning.
Bro. My leg hurts.
I bet it's like throbbing. You got tattooed yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on. I already know what you're going through right now.
And I feel like I can talk to you about it because you're also getting your leg done by Nate, and you get it. Because after like 4 months, that's actually maybe too long. Like, I forget pain quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should probably get tattooed again, you know?
Yep. I see you touched up some shit here too, did you?
Yeah, dude. So that was another weird thing too.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Oh, you touched this.
So forever I wore solid gauges, like plugs. So I would never see what was behind my ear. And then Seth got me these as like a gift, and they're hollow. And I realized over on this side, the tattoo didn't go up.
Yo, do you know it's
on my
crazy?
ear. Kim, I'm telling a story. And then, so I was like, shit, I had a blank spot there. And it was like bothering the shit out of me, which sucks because, you know, you have to take care of it. So I was like, Nate, you just even me out so I fucking walk normal.
Neck blaster real quick.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But then this, like, when you start getting lower on this area of the neck, it kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah, I always thought like the back of the neck and this little.
Yeah, this is kind of easy.
Yeah, it was.
Once it gets to here, it's very bad.
I was just
Okay.
I was just gonna say.
The mic is like right here.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Right
I was
there.
gonna say last week I noticed it. Like
The
I was
spot?
looking through your gauge. I was like,
Yeah.
he's got a gap there.
Yeah.
Did he tattoo you through the gauge?
No, I just did this.
I've done that before.
Tattoo him through the hole?
Yeah.
Really?
Fire.
Yeah, my
That's
best friend
content.
Spike, I did a little Mickey's B and I tattooed him through his
Oh.
Fire.
Cool.
I wonder if you could do it like a belly button, like if you just press it down and then put all the ink in and then go like this.
Just have like a perfect circle.
Well, you just use it as a cap.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Have you ever done that with a belly button?
I have.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
I do that with back pieces. I just put the cap on their back and just.
Oh, that's,
like that.
yeah, that's a good one too.
So for those who don't know what it's like to get tattooed by Nate, it sucks.
Well, what's it like though? It sucks.
You can feel your heartbeat in that limb the next day.
Like chewing 5
It's
gum.
like throbbing.
Yeah, like when your soul leaves your body, it won't hold on to any of your other tattoos, but it'll hold on to your Nate tattoos.
Yeah. Like mummified, like his are the only ones still standing. For sure.
The test of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in
He
your
puts it
they're in
in.
your bones.
He's putting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
He's
They're
doing my
ingrained
calf.
into your
He's doing your
DNA.
calf?
Yeah.
That's what he did on me yesterday.
Yeah.
It sucks.
To be
Beware.
honest, bro, it wasn't that bad. There was like an hour or two where I was like, you know, you're just like flexing the whole
Yeah,
time.
You're just tense.
Have you ever flexed so hard you gave yourself a cramp?
Yeah.
Look at my body.
Your
I
whole
can't flex
body's sore.
I did that yesterday.
My whole body's
"What are you
sore after
doing,
getting
bro?"
tattooed by him. I'm like just
Yeah. And then Dan Cerna comes sits next to me. I'm like, nah,
Bro,
not today,
breathing
bro.
on you and shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's like, is that like a thing you do when you're in pain? I'm like, what, clench? That's a thing humans do, Dan.
human, bro.
Yeah.
dork.
Man. Yeah,
Cam.
Are you gonna do your knee with Nate?
Yeah, I'm going to do the whole leg, I guess.
Nate knees.
Yeah, I did my knee. I haven't been tattooed by him since.
I let him do some like filler stuff on my like torso.
Yeah.
Probably like an hour and a half. I'm like, oh,
Dude,
we're
that's
done.
like Seth. Like Seth is and him are doing his
Yeah.
chest, and he does
Seth's
like an
doing
hour.
his whole front.
And he
with
does
me.
like an hour at a time.
Yeah.
Because he can't do anything else.
That's all you
Yeah.
can take.
Dude got his both nipples and his belly button black
Oh my
already.
God, bro.
I mean, get them while you're young, because the older you get, the more it hurts.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
You're-
And the
dude,
less you care.
I'm not excited for the behind the knee, like the knee ditch.
I got like a little.
I'm like at the same height you're at.
Yeah.
Right now. And like that's
That
getting
okay,
spicy.
so that is you're in the knee ditch. Like it's the same feeling at the top. Cause like he's hitting the yesterday he hit the tendons on the back
Yeah.
of my leg. That's knee ditch in my opinion.
And what's crazy about him is like he's not like, hey, could you like turn over? You're like on your back. He's like literally just rip your.
Yeah.
He's like boom on your stomach, bitch. Like the back of the chair's still up. You're like,
You know, I'll do that too though. And like I even have good clients and they'll be like, hey, do you want me to move? And it probably would be easier if they moved, but I'm like in the
No.
groove and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna literally stretch your whole knee in front of your leg with my thumb.
Yeah. This way, you know.
No, I'm already doing it like this, upside down.
Destroy my back. Too.
Yeah, bro, wondering why ink's not coming out of my needle because I'm holding my machine upside down.
Yeah, that's neat.
You know my favorite thing about Nate? Out of nowhere, it can be dead quiet. And he'll just make a movie quote.
Yeah.
Gator don't play no shit.
You just recite a
Out
line.
of nowhere.
And then like 5 minutes later, it comes on the TV. And I'm like,
Dude.
oh, that was from this.
yeah.
Yeah, like the intro
you
to
to
the
the
show,
punch.
the intro to the movie's playing. He'll say like a line from halfway through the movie, and then everyone's like, "What's going?"
You know, I feel judged sometimes because he'll say something and he knows I'm kind of a movie buff. And when I like don't know where it's from, I'm like, yeah, I love that scene.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I was just talking normal.
It's like,
It's not a
I can
scene.
tell when he's doing a quote.
Yeah, because it's when he talks.
Yeah.
That's the most I ever hear him talk.
Yeah.
Love Nate.
Get an intro going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Honorable.
Wow, he started it too. He's like,
Dude, you know
he's
what
like, all
you
right, John, you ready for
He
this?
sounded
Or what?
confident.
Yeah, and then he fucking fumbled
There
it.
you go.
Thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Unemployable Podcast. Today we have a special South Florida guest with us, Paul Schnell, my nuts.
Yeah, how did that
German, or-
How did that start?
Yeah, it is German. It is German.
I do need to know where this came from.
Oh man, it started off like I was actually getting arrested,
Oh wow.
and the cop was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "I was fucking wasted," and I was like, "Paul," and he's like, "Last name?" I'm like, "Schnell, Schnell, my nuts, you piece of shit."
Nice.
And my friend just always called me that since then, and then it stuck. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
And,
good.
like, I mean, it's very
Well, how did the
catchy.
cop react?
He kind of laughed. He chuckled.
Yeah.
What is your
Yeah.
last name?
What's up?
It is your last name.
Yeah, it
so
is my last
yeah.
name. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just stuck from then on, and everybody's always just been like, "Dude, that's awesome!" Like they remember it. It's something that, like, you know, people remember. So I kept it.
Damn, that's good. My friend from high school, their last name is D. You could use that one too.
Yeah, these nuts.
Yeah.
I like it.
Huh.
Cam's like, I'm Cameron Diaz.
Yeah. Fonte, my dick.
That's
That's
good.
it. That's all you got from last name.
So
I guess that's a yes.
talk about his upbringing. Not what the board can't help you.
I'm
I know.
not fucking helping you today. Cam.
All right.
Think of some questions. You know,
Okay. I'm thrown off.
Why?
I thought it was a different guest today.
Who do you think it was?
Brandon.
Yeah, me too. Well, not this morning. Like yesterday, I knew.
we called him.
Yeah.
Like, are you ready for tomorrow?
Because he called. He called and like asked like questions. Like sometimes I think people will get, I don't know, nervous, or they're just preparing and they'll like call and be like, hey, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? Whatever. So he called the other day. And like, I don't check the schedule really until the night before. You know?
Special.
I'm surprised ourselves.
I
So
checked it
happy
way
you're here.
before.
Trust me. I just wasn't expecting. I walked in and saw
Yeah.
Paul and was like, "Shee."
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before at the
Yeah.
FK thing, stuff like that. So like, you know,
Yeah, what'd you think of that? The FK thing.
I thought it was cool, man. It was good getting like local artists together, and
Yeah.
you know,
I did too, actually. The idea was cool, and the idea was, you know, a bunch of artists, not even local, like some were from, you know, out of state. It was fun though, like going down there and like seeing all the boys, like seeing
Yeah.
you, seeing Ben Oz, a bunch of different people.
I wish I could have went to that.
Yeah.
I should have went to that.
Anna.
Yeah, bro. I told Cam like weeks in advance. I was like, you should go to this. And he's like, bro, I'll definitely go. And then he just stayed home and played Fortnite.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
That is what you did though, right?
I think so.
That's like not me talking shit. That's like me just giving facts.
What happened the first time? Like The dates
Well, Zeke,
got the
Zeke
dates got-
came here and told us the wrong day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me a little golden ticket thing. So I had all that.
Yeah, dude. I thought I was gonna get a tour of the chocolate factory.
Right? Dude,
I got a tour of a local bar, and I don't even drink.
Winwood.
Yeah, bro. Zeke's like, "Oh, this will be yours."
I mean, their headquarters is cool when you go in. They show you how everything's made, stuff like that.
I've never been. I've seen like some videos and stuff. However, Danny and I are trying to organize a quick trip to go out to California to tour like the Bishop and Tatzel stuff.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm kind of excited to check that out if we can get that in the schedule. You know.
You ever checked out the Allegory place?
Yeah, I'm at Allegory all the time.
Yeah, I go there all the time too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They're the boys though.
Yeah.
You know, because probably like you, like I've just known them forever. They sponsored me long before they should have. You know.
2017, 2018.
Yeah.
When, like first came out. So
Yeah, and they had like the vape bottles.
Yeah,
and they were
the
bringing
one-
them around shop to shop.
That's when they're like, "You want this?"
Yeah.
No.
I was like, do I smoke this?
Dude, when you go in, you're like,
Yeah, it smells great
so-
in there.
Yeah, I love the smell in there. I'm all like, "Damn."
Yeah.
You
I'm
guys, like,
used to the
can't-
smell actually. I don't remember it smelling in there.
It just smells like a vape store.
Yeah, all the different like aromas of all the flavors.
Yeah. I love that they just keep building out more in there and there's like always like new rooms when you go.
Yeah, they got the big conference room now, and they have that like one tattoo room in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually we'll like chill in their office, but maybe 2 times ago I went there, we chilled in the new room.
Yeah.
I
Last
was
couple
like,
times
wow.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's like
Executive
soundproof.
room.
Yeah.
it's all fancy, nice long table.
Yeah.
Feel executive.
I kind of wish I had a warehouse. There was like a point a couple years ago where I was like, I should get a warehouse and just make like a creative spot. Actually, we went a little further than that. I was going to do like a coffee place mixed with tattoo, mixed with like creative station, I guess.
That's what my buddy Boris is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen that? It's got like the
Yeah.
little hidden door, and you walk through, and it's a tattoo shop in the back.
Speakeasy vibe.
Yeah, I guess it would have kind of been like what Boris is doing. More, we were more thinking like where his is very like organized. Well, no, I guess the same.
You want a chaotic area?
Yeah, I don't even know what we were doing. I was doing
You
it
want
with
like an adult playroom.
To be honest, I don't want any of it. That's why we didn't do it. But dude, I had the place picked out. Like I don't know if you know where Hair Circus is, but it was right next to it. It was this huge warehouse. Like it was twice the size of this shop.
Okay.
And we all sectioned off. You know, you walk in, it's coffee at first, and then we essentially had all these like areas, and I say areas because it wasn't like rooms, but it was almost like rooms where we had agreements with like people that did yoga, you know, these artists for like gallery type stuff, and then obviously like tattooing in the back, and then live performance stage to try to like get a bunch of different artists going.
Okay.
And we were just gonna do like a membership thing where like you belong to this like club essentially,
Oh, that's
and that gave you like free coffee and free access to all these things, and different like levels of membership would get you different parts of the place.
Okay.
And then I was like, that's sounds like too much work. It
does.
And I'm
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah. But we were like, I was 3 days from signing the lease. I already met with architects and stuff. And I was just like, nah.
No, sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, we just did the new shop instead. I'm like, I'm going to stick with what I know.
Yeah, you actually do yoga?
No, but I've heard people do. So
Yeah. I did it once and I threw up.
really, like, was it hot yoga?
It was on the beach.
So, yes.
Yeah, it was kind of hot. I was a little hungover, and yeah, it wasn't the best idea.
So I've done yoga before, like in rehab.
Okay.
Like they're like brought the instructor in, and I went because the teacher was hot. You know, which I feel like is a good reason, like attraction. You know.
He must work out.
Yeah,
What?
He must work out.
Yeah.
This dude's swole.
Right?
So, and it was like cool to do it, but I think I fell asleep. It was like really relaxing. Yeah, because I don't know if it's always like this, but they like put me in. They'd be like, do this position and then hold it. And sometimes you're on the ground. So
Like the downward
let's just say your boy held it.
Like, you can stop now. Oh, he's asleep.
Yeah. No, but I love like physical exercise and activity like that. And I feel like especially as I get older, like it helps with a lot of the pains from the job. You know, a lot of injuries, back pain. You know, I'm sure you deal with that too.
Yeah, but I don't do anything about it.
You just white knuckle it, power through.
Basically,
It's because you're a man, dude, and I'm like not.
You know, it's like I also have 2 kids that kind of keep me moving.
Yeah, you have dad powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dads have this certain kind of power that like we can ignore our kid when they're making a lot of noise and whining and stuff, and the mom, it just irks them for some reason. So
Yeah.
that's the dad power that we get that moms don't get. You know?
The ignoring factor.
The ignoring factor.
And then you realize you can use it in all aspects of life, like with back pain.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. You know about that? You know anything about dad powers?
My back hurts.
Your back hurts. Bro, what are you, 11? Your back hurts, bro. You're Gumby, bro. You should do yoga.
Are you even old enough to drink?
Yeah. No, but like I'll get to the point where it's like if my back hurts, I'm pretty much good by the weekend. Like get some rest, day off, I'm good the next day.
If you get into good practices now, it will be so beneficial for you.
Yeah, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
You see me
Well,
tattoo
yeah, you're
sometimes?
the
I'm like,
worst.
You hunch down. At least you don't put your face in it like Adrian does.
yeah, I don't want like
He's like, yo, can
Yeah,
you
I don't
take
want-
pictures of me? He's fucking this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what can I do with that?
Yeah.
I catch myself because I will get as close as he does, but I'm like, let me back the fuck. I'm like breathing on my client.
Bro, but I remember like even at the shop before bar time, like that I work at, like with Chris Schmades, like I would see him tattooing like with his legs crossed, like just chilling.
Casual.
Bro. Yeah. And like and he would kind of like move a little slower. He's not a slow tattooer, but he was like, it had this more relaxed feel about it.
I do that every once in a while.
Well, and I would ask him, like, why do you do that? And he's like, well, you know, it helps me keep my back upright and like I'm chilling and, you know, I'm trying to avoid pain.
Yeah.
And at the time, like, you know, I'm young and like Cam, spry, trying to like get the tats done, like best I can, moving, maneuvering, whatever. And like Chris probably looking at me like I'm looking at Cam, like laughing, like, yo, you're gonna fuck your whole shit up, bro,
gonna
by
regret this
doing
one
that.
day.
Yeah, dude. And like now I get it. Not that my legs are crossed, but like if I have to move my client 10 times during a session so everyone's comfortable, that's what I do.
Yeah, I make it. I'll tell them too sometimes. I'm like, hey, look, like no offense, but I'd rather you be uncomfortable for an hour than me be uncomfortable for an hour. Like I
Right.
do this every day.
Yeah, like either way, they're going to be uncomfortable. I'm stabbing
and-
you.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
it's like I would rather you be uncomfortable for an hour. That's an hour of your life that you got to be like this. We got to do this every day. And
Yeah.
eventually that's when it does get to you, is those positions you're in. And
Yeah.
so
Well, and it can ruin, for me, it can affect the art. Yeah. Like if I painted my traps or like my lower back, like that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about,
Russian. Yeah. Finish.
Yeah, I
you
guess
know,
this thing
yeah,
fucking
making your
done.
mom's eyelashes look nice, you know?
Yeah, I gotta start getting better at that. I'm still like figuring out like positioning and shit too sometimes though.
Like for the clients and
yeah,
stuff.
so I'm all over
Yeah.
the fucking place. You'll catch me on like
Remember
the
when
other,
you didn't
like
know
my
all the
station's over
positions?
here.
What's up?
When you didn't know all the positions of like how to stretch.
Yeah.
And you're like, this sucks. I'm never tattooing ribs again.
Yep. Oh, especially that little.
Yeah.
It's like a rubber band.
yeah.
You're trying to stretch it as much.
And then you learn like some spots are just fucked.
Yep.
Like there is no right position.
No.
And you turn those down.
Yep, that's a filler spot right there. A little bit of shading around, you're good to go. Yeah.
Get it done with.
No, 100%. You know the style that he does, right?
I do.
What is it?
Paul does mandalas.
Mandalas.
Geometric.
Yep.
Is it? I mean, you do like some other stuff too, right? Like you
Yeah.
throw in flowers in, or is it
Yeah,
really
I
just
do-
mandalas
I
now?
do flowers. too.
Blackouts sometimes too,
Some
right?
Blackouts as well. Throw some white over it, stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, just geometric stuff.
Yeah.
For the most part. I do mostly like large scale
Your boy's bodysuit's coming together. The one I met at the Coral Springs
Scooby?
convention. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when it was like just his upper body.
Yeah,
You
we
guys are
mapped
onto the
out-
legs now.
Yeah, we mapped out the legs and everything. Spent like 3 days.
Yeah, that thing's looking crazy. Yeah, I saw that little video he put together. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun tattooing him.
Yeah. He seems like a cool client. Like
Yeah,
you guys
he's
will
young,
him.
too.
Yeah.
He's
my age, right? He's like 22, 21. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And he
Bodysuit.
stays committed?
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole body's
whole
done with
body.
him.
Wow.
Like we've already done like basically his whole torso.
Last time I
Hips,
saw him, it was
everything.
like torso and everything. You guys had like this side spot you were working
Yeah,
on.
we only have like one little area here now, and
Yeah.
then like get on his ass cheeks more, and then work our way down.
When did you like decide like, yeah, this is gonna be my style?
I actually never wanted to do it. I hated doing geometric stuff in the beginning, but like I just had a kid, and people were like, "Oh, this is cool, this is cool," and I was like, "Fuck it, I need money," so I was like, "Let
Yeah.
me just like."
You're like,
try
money's cool.
this. Like, no one's doing it at the
Yeah.
time, so and then everybody else, like no one wanted to do it, so a lot of artists were like, "Oh, you want that?" So
That's
go
true,
to Paul.
actually. Yeah.
You know, like because we didn't have iPads where it mirrored it the way it does now.
Yeah.
It's fucking hand like origami folding stuff to
Yeah,
draw.
bro.
So
Looking
I
like a
wanna-
pizza, dude.
Yeah, literally fold it, fold it, fold it,
Yeah.
fold it. Pain in the ass. Take like 2-3 hours to make one. Now it's
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's the gift now. Like
that's the
the tack gods knew how much work it was to make the geometric repeating patterns. So I feel like they blessed you
They did.
with
it's
the
like-
iPad.
So for it's
They said, let's make it easier for these guys.
Yeah, I
they've
mean,
been in the trenches.
They're
too.
already like stepping in the matrix already.
Yeah.
You know? Like it gets hard staring at the same thing over and over for so long.
Yeah.
Eyes crossed.
Yeah, you probably like dizzy after multiple sessions, something like
You
that.
do, but I mean,
RIP.
you can also like go in autopilot mode because it's like each section's one thing. You just kind of, you know, forget.
You do one section, you're like, I gotta replicate this 10 more times.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
it's like getting to 30,000 feet. You're like, all right, go, bop, bop, bop.
Yeah, basically.
What did you originally want to get into when you first started?
I mean, I did everything. I did like I started off in the hood, so I was doing like lettering and like
Lettuce
a
and
lot-
squirrels?
Yeah, a lot of like book flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, and then started doing more traditional. So I was doing a lot of like traditional stuff, a lot of Japanese stuff. I mean, I was doing anything that would come in the door, you know, trying to
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah, of course.
And then once I started doing that geometric stuff, I was like, all right, that's all I posted. I was still doing other things, but
Yeah.
that's all I posted. It was making the money, so.
Because when I met you, you were at, what's that place down the street?
Formula?
Yeah, Formula with like Skinny and all them, right?
Yeah.
And that you weren't, at that time you were still doing like a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of when the switch happened?
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah. And then I saw you like going around all these conventions and just taking home awards for the geometric stuff. And I remember thinking, I didn't even know he did that.
Yeah.
Now you're cleaning house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you like it now? Like you're happy in the style?
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, like it pays bills. Like it's, like I said, autopilot. It's not like
Yeah.
I'm going into work and stressing about what I'm doing. I go in, I know exactly what I'm
Yeah.
doing. It's a lot easier with dealing with clients as well. So they don't change anything
Right.
a lot of times because they look at it like, shit, I don't even know what I'm
You're like,
looking
yeah,
at.
because
Your
that's a
stencil
pattern.
looks completely different than what it may look
so
like.
yeah, they just see the stencil and they're like, all right, whatever,
Yeah.
and then it turns into something different. So yeah,
And you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can get a decent amount done in the time, like compared to like realism.
yeah,
Right?
I can bang out a decent size pattern in like 3-4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
All dots.
And will you do like if someone comes in and like, yo, I'm just trying to like sleeve my whole arm with your style, will you typically like design out the whole arm? Will you kind of do like, okay, we're gonna do this pattern lower, stop, set another session, add another pattern on? Like is it
Sometimes
more of
I'll
a
map
build?
everything out.
Okay.
I like doing it section by section sometimes.
Yeah.
It's faster.
Yeah.
Because you're not like wasting that time in a way, as in like mapping everything out. When
Yeah.
if you kind of already like have an idea, you can just, you know, lay them all out and do it right then and there.
Right.
So you're not like wasting a whole day just mapping stuff. But it helps too later on in the long run, as in they just come in, you go to work.
Yeah.
There's no more stenciling and laying all of them out and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, because I've seen a bunch of different ways. A lot of times, like I'll do them here and there, and I'll usually like do a pattern, call it a fucking day, let it heal, bang another pattern on top, and like layer it.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of other people like do pattern, have kind of like a cutout, lay another stencil on top of the other stencil, and just keep like laying the stencils. And it's just like all these pattern changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do that sometimes as well.
I just don't have enough experience. So I don't do it like that. I'm like, cool, this is the pattern. We'll let it heal.
I mean, yeah, I typically I like starting off with like the elbow. Getting it cool, because that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
the
a good,
shape
like,
of the
cap.
body. Yeah, it's good for that cap area. You can work your way down. Then you have like the forearm area to work with. And then you kind of like fill it with other patterns from there, you know?
And are you very conscious of like body flow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, because I see some people and they're just not.
Yeah,
it doesn't look bad, but it's just not. It's not.
It's just like randomly placed.
Yeah, it's just
patterns,
like
yeah.
it's just literally like wallpaper.
It doesn't
When
seem like
you're-
thought
when
out.
you're dealing with shapes, you're dealing with, you know, like the shape of someone's body. So you want to go with that when you're dealing with like circles and stuff. So if like it accentuates, like Scooby, for instance, like how you said his hips, it like accentuates all
Yeah,
down.
he's got like that V shape.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks good.
That is cool though.
Yeah.
Like when you have that. I even like when people do it with more of like the dark black work stuff.
Like
when
heavy
it-
solid black areas in the dollars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
But when it goes with the body.
Yeah.
Because I have seen some, it's just like pattern, weird angular cutoff, another pattern, another cutoff pattern, you know? And a lot of times the cutoff points will either be negative space or heavy solid black space. And then maybe those transitions are where you see the flow. Like they'll do like a hard cut
Yeah.
with the
little
body.
negative space.
Yeah, or whatever.
I like
some
when like
shading.
they place like the mandalas and they do like the drop shadow for the ones under it to like
Mm-hmm.
force like perspective and depth in them and stuff.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
like
shit's-
doing that. Like if you do like a mandala, for instance, and you throw like flower of life behind or something, I do the shading over the flower of life so it looks like that's like
Yeah,
the
I
layers.
like that shit. Yeah.
What do you think about when people mix like mandalas? So maybe not all geometric, but mandalas with like realism.
I love it.
Yeah.
Me and Anna actually were doing a collab.
Oh,
Where
interesting.
she did like a portrait of this girl, and I added like mandalas on the
I remember
face, and then
that,
I did like this like pattern on the chin and on the forehead. It
That
looks
is
awesome.
cool.
That's fire. Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, we
and
never
it
got
probably
to
looks really good with the 3RL shading.
Yes, she's amazing with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I like it as much with like the super smooth mag shading. I would if it was like, how you're describing, like it looks like tattoos on the person. Sometimes I've seen where they just do like a mandala in the background and like do some realism shit. I'm not like a huge fan of that.
Yeah, I'll show you it.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, the one you did with Anna's cool. I know what you're talking about though, where it's like design, like they throw it in a diamond and then just like mandalas
or even just like
behind
a circle
Yeah.
mandala and it looks like a lion's mane or
Yeah.
something. And
It's
I'm
like-
like, what are you doing, bro? What about when the?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, very cool. Oh nice. Oh, and it is kind of smoother shading. I think that's mag shading, right?
She was using the mag for that.
Yeah.
I think she might have been using both.
It actually looks amazing. But I mean, you already saw it. But yeah, I like how you did that. Like it looks like the realism portrait has tattoos. That's cool.
Yeah.
Were you guys working at the same time, or did she kind of come
At
in and
some
you came
points.
in later?
I tattoo a lot faster.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So it was like she'd work on it for like an hour or two. I'm like, all right, let me get on that cheek over there and
yeah,
bang it
yeah.
out in like 15, 20 minutes. Like, all right, you can go back to work.
Where did you do it?
We did it at my shop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more private, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. I've been thinking about getting more into the like collabing pieces. Do you do that often?
I try to. I don't do it as often as I'd like to.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's cool being able to work with other artists and having just like that back and forthness.
How do you price it out for the client?
I just do my price and then their price and just put it together. Like, hey, this is what I
Yeah.
charge, and then that's what they charge. And put it
That's what I
together.
assumed. It's like, okay, you're essentially getting the two artists or whatever. I could see though how there is time. Like if you're not working at the same time together,
Yeah.
it might be like more expensive, but you're also getting a product
Yeah, you're
that.
getting a one of a kind tattoo.
Right. Well, hopefully you're always getting one of a kind.
Yeah, but you're getting like especially like
Yeah.
yeah.
But I can like understand it also, or even more with like back pieces, like where you see both artists working the whole time on the same part.
Like they
That
both need their
makes
full
total
days.
sense. Like yeah, pay both their day
About
rates.
the Rat
or-
Pack.
The Rat Pack,
They're over, I think, like England or something, bro. It's like 6 of them.
and they just fucking maul you.
Yeah, they do it like they were doing it at London Convention. They did like this one dude's whole back in like a day.
Whoa.
It was like 6 of them.
What style?
Team them. It was all like black and gray realism.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The
It was like
Rat-
all heavy hitters.
Do you think they like bump into each other, like bump elbows?
Dude, you could
like
just-
the lefty has to sit at the end.
Yeah.
Imagine just like your body.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you're just getting pulled
just
from
seizure.
both.
You're having a seizure. I would die, bro.
I would die. I don't even like getting tattooed by one person.
Yeah. I wonder if it starts to like cancel the others out.
Could be.
There's
Like
no
you
way
only feel
like,
2 of them.
There's no way you individually feel like everything. Even if I'm getting tattooed and like people have been fucking with me, like causing me pain in other places, you know, or if you ever like grab yourself.
Yeah, like you try to squeeze the fuck out of your
Yeah, you
forearm.
only like feel one of them, or at least for me. Like my brain can only. It's like tattoo.
Cancels it out.
Yeah, maybe that happens.
Could.
I doubt. You probably sit down
You're
and you're like, why do I
definitely
do this?
sick the next day.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, if you're alive still.
Yeah, if
Imagine
you're
like
so-
rolling over on your back.
You're like sitting like this.
Bro, and you know, like at least at my house, like my girl would be like touching it by accident.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How was your day at work?
Dude, like, little baby fingers, dude, when I got my throat tattooed. So, no, like, my first son, he was like, I don't know, might have been 8 months at the time. I'm holding him, and it was like all colors, so it was like nice and scabby. It's on your throat. He literally was grabbing, just ripping the scab, bro. It hurt so bad. That's why it didn't heal right.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's from my son, just ripping it.
He's like, I'm taking that color.
Right?
That's cool. I wanted to ask, is there any like other? First off, I just want to know how long you been tattooing now.
19, 20 years? now?
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah, bro, I'm turning 39.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started when you were 18, 19.
Yeah, I started around then. I mean, I did my first tattoo when I was 11.
Yeah.
I did it on myself. Yeah, Indian ink and a needle.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like throughout like middle school, high school, I would pick and poke on
What
people.
was it?
I did my name
Where?
on my ankle, bro. It's still there.
Paul and your
Yeah, man. I was like, what's not
that's
going to
cool.
change in my life? I'm
Yeah.
like, my name.
You were thinking ahead, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll never regret this.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
That's fire. In case you
He's
ever
like,
forget
"Damn,
your
I'm-
name.
I'm used to having like the dotted line layout for the name, bro. I'm freehanding this bitch.
100%.
Some kids can't even write yet. You're over here tatting it on yourself.
Did everyone think it was cool?
Yeah. I remember when I went to school, people
Did you
like,
show
"Oh,
everyone?"
I was.
Yeah, me
I
too.
wear like the short socks.
yeah.
Yeah,
like
but-
one long sock, one short sock.
Just so people look at the one.
Yeah. Oh, this old thing.
I also got like tattooed super young though. Like my first one with like an actual tattoo machine when I think I was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
I was going with my mom when I was like 15, 16.
Where'd you go?
We had my stepdad was a biker, so like he had friends.
Nice.
Getting
You had
tattooed
the
on
hookup.
like bars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first
What kind of tats were you getting at 13?
like jokers and
yeah. Like cool shit.
I had a wizard on my back and ended up with like 6
Damn,
fingers.
bro.
Yeah.
But did he have like an orb?
It kind of, yeah, I got it all covered up. But yeah, bro, it literally was like, and it had like an extra finger. coming out.
Please, mom.
You know, like, but this is like, back then, you're just like picking stuff out of like a magazine, hoping they can do it. Like,
Yeah.
You know, looking at biker shit. So,
Right.
Let me get that Harley Davidson tat.
Yo, wizard tats, man.
wizard, bro.
Those were like a thing back in
Yeah,
the day.
It was like the 90s.
We should bring it back. You specialize in wizard
Yeah,
tats.
I'd get a
from now
fucking
on.
wizard, bro.
You don't know what they look like, but you should look it up right now. 90s wizard
90s
tats.
wizard tattoo.
Yeah,
They're
they
They have like
pretty.
a purple fucking.
They kind of don't make
obnoxiously, yeah, green
A
and
wizard
purple.
eye,
like what do you
White
associate that with? Is that like I'm a fantasy guy? I like fantasy. I like magic. I'm a wizard guy.
Love the Hobbit or
With the tribal?
Yeah, bro. That was the shit back then, man.
Yeah, tribal wizards.
Yeah, bro. See, we were living.
These are
Yeah.
We were living.
Yeah, it's
Magical
before all
times.
the
You know what I'm
fucking.
saying?
oh, these are so
That one
funky.
has
Yeah,
no
you throw a castle
cyber
in the
tribal,
background,
dude.
you know?
Civilism.
Cam's like, I want a wizard. He comes back with a Harry Potter tattoo. He's like, bro, you did it wrong.
Right?
This one's like not that cool. The ones you were looking at before,
They're at
like
the
the
top, the
flash
tribal
ones, were like the cool ones. Like this is.
They're
a
always
cool
doing
one.
this and shit.
It's cool.
I
That's
was
like
trying to
kinda-
find the funky ones. There was
Gotta
cool
get it
ones,
with
but I'm looking
like
at
coming out the fingers.
Yeah.
fucking weird.
They don't have
Those are
lightning coming out of their
Dragon
fingers.
Ball.
You're doing it wrong.
Bro,
Right.
Dragon Ball tribal. That's like kind of like the collab you did with Anna.
Do they need to bring back the wizard tattoos?
Let's do it.
It's about time. Everything like comes around though.
Does.
My fucking leg's leaking.
Yeah, like the Black Panther kind of came back.
Can you get me a paper towel? I can't get ink on these shoes.
It's slowly dripping.
I remember when I messed up a pair of your shoes.
What shoes? When
was
did you
it?
mess it up?
Was it Dizzy's birthday at Painting with a Twist? I accidentally knocked a thing of paint on your shoes.
Oh yeah. What? I don't. You know what though? I don't remember what shoes they were. So
I
it's
felt
probably-
bad.
Sometimes we block out trauma. so-
Yeah, I felt bad. And I wasn't even drunk or anything, bro. Like, it was Painting
Bro,
with a
that's
Twist.
where we met Mason.
Yeah?
He was the
Yeah,
teacher.
he was our teacher, and he was sitting there doing like the magic tricks and stuff.
Wait, Magic Mason?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Magic Mason.
He was
Yeah.
Painting with a Twist.
When was this?
This was years ago.
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
It
that
was
guy does
Dizzy's
whatever.
birthday,
I have
think.
respect for
It
it.
was Eric's birthday.
Was it Eric's birthday?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Tyler was like, Eric, what do you want to do for your birthday? It's like, I want to get trash and go paint.
Bring the Magic Man.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was just kind of like weird because like we were there and Mason was like, yeah, I'm like teaching this class. And we're like, cool. And we're all there. Like, you know, everyone's like, yo, it's Eric's birthday. I'm trying to get fucked up. And then Mason's like, yo, by the way, I do magic. And I feel like everyone was kind of like, that's cool. We're not like here for that though. But then he like started doing it and we're like, all right, cool. It was just unexpected.
Yeah.
You don't go to Painting with a Twist and think there's a master wizard there.
Yeah.
You know?
And now he's doing stuff with for Akon. I just seen.
Yeah.
Yo,
And stuff like
He
that.
put Alex to sleep.
yeah,
Oh, which
dude,
is fucking amazing.
He locked
It just-
my feet in place.
That's awesome.
I couldn't walk.
Bro, he was coming here on the reg hypnotizing my clients.
Yeah.
Pay more.
Pay more.
No pain.
Yo, but he's like, yeah, I can hypnotize anyone. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then he's like, yeah, I could hypnotize you or anyone here to make you feel like you're on any drug you want. I'm like, hold up.
Free laps?
How do I put him in my back
Bro,
pocket?
bro, he's making people think they were drunk and stuff. I was trying to get him to drive home. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I made this kid think he was Brendan Fraser. I'm like, that's a child, first of all. He doesn't know who Brendan Fraser is. He goes, but I do.
Yo, do you remember the Michael Jackson thing he did?
To,
You remember where he made the
Yeah.
Someone else was thinking of a song in their head.
It was
and he-
Jake.
and he transferred the thought to another person.
it was Jake, and he changed his answer.
Yeah, and he changed his answer to try to throw off Mason, and it still didn't work. And it was crazy.
How?
I love magic.
Yeah, he's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
If you could do stuff like that,
He's from the magic world.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's from the
land of the
90s
wizards.
where all they tattooed was wizards.
Yeah, it was the land of the wizards.
Wizards and tribal.
I should have became a magician, not a tattooer.
Yeah. That guy must get so much
Maybe s-
pussy.
What?
He must get so much pussy.
He could just hypnotize himself into thinking he does and not even leave his house.
I always asked Indigo, I'm like, do you really love him, or did he put you? No, we have a rule. You can't, put me in a trance.
Yeah, but what if he
how
made
would
the
you
rule
know?
after?
Exactly. I'm like, how would you
What if
know?
you're in one right now? That's fire.
You're so lucky, Cam, that I can't do that shit.
Imagine the content you'd get from that.
Oh, bro. Did you ever hear about the, I don't even know why I'm bringing this up.
Bring it up.
We're going to end it real quick. I'm going to get off this. But we did an interview once with Cam
Oh, yeah.
that we can never post. So it would, and the reason I brought that up is because that's probably what it would be like if I could hypnotize anyone, I would hypnotize Cam and he would instantly get canceled all the time.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Danny will edit this out. They won't know about it.
You're good.
Yeah, just for context, they had me do like 2 grams of diamonds.
What's this they shit?
It's not 2 grams. You're exaggerating. It was 1 gram and you could barely fit. I don't even
No,
think
it
you
was
finished
2 and I couldn't finish the 2. I got through like a gram. And
It
I
was
like,
1 gram.
Well, first off, he bought like 20 grams. Like we were like, damn, we need 2 grams. He comes in with this jar full.
Just
Whatever
for,
you don't smoke,
just
I'll
for
smoke it.
more context, I was sober. He was not. So whoever you want to believe. Go ahead.
And then they interviewed me, and
We asked
Blasted.
really difficult questions.
yeah, it was to the point I was like uncomfortably high. And then you start getting like you're shivering, but you have dab sweats at the same time, and getting asked like super intense questions
That's
with
like
cameras on,
You
and
haven't
like,
dabbed for a while, and then all of a sudden you do a fat dab, and
or like to the point where you're almost throwing up, and it's like half the shops here just watching me.
Yeah, no, Cam kept was like, yo, every time I heard the door open, I couldn't see anything because all the lights were facing me. So he thought like there was a crowd of people, and he was right. That day was busy as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, there was like clients
There's
everywhere
a
too.
shit ton of people here.
And Johnny and I just committed and kept asking the questions we probably shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, 100%. It was bad.
Oh, I'm glad you made it through.
I'm so glad that's not getting posted.
Oh,
No.
For now. Maybe times will change.
you're not gonna pay $5, so
You'll never know.
I watch the pledges every day.
Yeah.
I see your name or Victoria. Oh, guys, I'll kick you out of
I'm
there.
gonna make Brian pledge.
God, he doesn't have $5. Like, this a reoccurring charge here, or is it flat free?
He really doesn't. He still gets traditional tattoos and pays
like-
for tap out sessions.
Yeah, one thing we were talking about, which I actually like this subject, was like being tattoo artists and the advice we would give to, our kids or like younger people about getting tattoos, right? And like I was kind of saying like, oh, plan your stuff out, choose your artist, like all the appropriate ways. Like, okay, so with your kids, they grow up, they want to get tattoos. I mean, what are you going to tell them?
do your research.
Right.
What are you into?
Will you support it? Will you secretly be like, yeah, fuck yeah, you're getting tattooed?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to see like father and son tattoos together and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a friend who actually him and his dad have like are heavily covered and they have matching tattoos, and I find that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But do your research. If you're gonna get it done right. Like
Right.
don't go to someone's house, pay the proper money, book your appointment,
Right.
Don't
Plan
like
it.
rush into things, because when I was younger, I was just rushing into it. Like I just want
Yeah.
to get covered. Didn't care
Yeah.
what I got on me.
And how'd that work out?
Yeah, I fucking hate everything.
Me too, dude.
Yeah. It's like, hey, maybe I should black out some stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when you were blacking yours out.
Yeah, bro, I made terrible decisions. Well, let me rephrase that. I make terrible decisions.
Make terrible decisions.
Yeah. And like I would just be like, yeah, I got $90. What can we do?
What can we do?
And he'd be like, I don't know, I'll give you this future cover up. And I'm like, yeah, run it. I like it for
That's the
1
thing.
year.
So I'm gonna teach my kids, save your money.
Yeah.
Do it right. If you want something on your arm, don't get something small. Do the whole area.
Right. Like, especially if at an early age you're like, yo, I'm into tattoos, chances are you're going to sleeve out. So, like, stop with the little lick and stick fucking bullshit tats. Like, you're just going to get in the way of doing something cool.
Yeah,
You know?
throw all the stupid ones on your thigh.
Yeah, that's
people don't
exactly what I'm
see
saying.
them.
I'll say
Yeah.
save your space.
Yeah, or pick one limb and you're like, this is the dumpster pile.
Yeah.
And I just
That's
put
what I
on
wish
my
I had.
my
Upper
joke
thigh.
tats there.
I did, but Nate's gonna fix it for me.
See, I wish I had just like one leg from like just friends doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memories.
I have one leg. Like, my left leg's like that. Yeah. It's like all the curse words and the suicide stuff. And yeah.
I like curse words on tattoos. I love offensive tattoos.
Yeah, Dan did one on me that just says, eat shit and die.
Oh, cool.
I think it rolls off the tongue.
Yes.
Yeah, but the whole reason that topic started is because Kyla gets terrible tattoos. And I don't mean the artists are terrible. I mean, and it's funny, and I was making fun of her yesterday. I'm like, you know, dude, not only do you work at a shop with like some really good artists, but you're just in an area with really good artists. And we also happen to make content about the right and wrong ways to do stuff. And you do everything the wrong way and you're covered in garbage designs, you know? And your dad's my best friend. And I know he fucking hates me right now because he knows like you just suck. And like, and I did that too. You know, like I got covered, so whatever. Like, okay, I can't even talk. But then I see all these younger heads, and like even Cam's kind of doing it right. Like, he'll pick an artist, he'll plan it out, he'll wait. That gives, you know, both him and the artist time to really think about and design something cool. A lot of times, like he'll give them a whole limb, so it matches all nice, look done by the same artist, but it's like planned.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, I don't feel good, I want instant gratification, I'm going to come in and just get something quick, or like, not to say this, but like I'm on, you know, this vacation and I'm going to get this little piece or whatever. And there's a time and place for that, but people in the industry, I feel like most of the time are going to cover their whole body. So it's like, yo, just stop and chill for a sec.
Take your time.
I just think like smaller tattoos can just sometimes be pointless, like on you. Not like they're fun to do. It's always fun to do a little banger, but like for me, like plan the area out, do a panel at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I know there have been times where you're trying to go do a sleeve and there's some little fucking black silhouette right in the middle of the goddamn sleeve. And they're like, what do we do about this? And we're like, we either laser it, cover it, but the cover's never going to look as good as if it wasn't there. Or we get a fucking time machine and we kill younger you, you know? Or me.
Yeah.
Either one's fine.
Yeah, it's really best to just go give an artist the whole panel and just be like, whatever you want to do.
Right.
Like you'll get a better tattoo than like whatever little banger you were going to choose. Like just go and let them do whatever the fuck they want and you're going to get a sick tattoo.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes.
Like if I go to a friend,
If you do your research and you go to a good artist, like
get tattooed and be like, oh, it's like, what do you want? What do you have? You know what I mean? Like, what have you been wanting to do? Oh, let's get this sick shit. Fucking run it. You know, like they're excited about it. They're stoked about it. You're going to get a better tattoo.
Well, and that kind of plays into the other thing that I was going to bring up. It's like, well, what is doing your research? Like we say that a lot, but like, what is it actually? And I think that's part of it is like finding out what the artist is like really inspired to do.
Yep.
I think another part is like, I'm going to go to an artist that like 90%, if not more, of what they post, I love. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you're in a position, no matter what they do, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
You know? It's a safe bet. Because if I go to an artist and it's like half the stuff I like, half the stuff I don't, it could still be a gamble.
It's a 50-50. You're flipping a coin at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like travel if I have to, right?
I get a lot of people that travel.
Right.
I just had to do travel from Australia.
And if I know they came on a plane to get tattooed, I know it's going to be a good day because I know they're committed. They take it serious. Like, I can't remember ever having a client flying, besides one time, a client fly in and it not be a good experience. You know, I'm like, cool, this is a serious like collector. This is someone that takes tattooing serious.
Yep.
You know?
They did the research.
Right. And like, I mean, where do you look for tattooers you want to get tattooed by?
Mostly Instagram.
Yeah.
For the most part, you know?
Yeah.
Explore page.
Yeah, they just pop up randomly and you're like, this dude's work is sick.
Right.
I think people even still struggle, like sometimes find an artist that's good for them. What I think a lot of people don't notice is like sometimes you can go to an artist and like look through their page and there may not necessarily be like any designs that you like, but you like their style. Like you can still, like I think people overlook that. They're like, oh, I like what you do, but you don't really do what I'm looking for.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so request that and I'll do it in my style.
Yeah.
Like I think some people overlook that too.
Right.
Like maybe like they like how you shade, but you only do dark, creepy stuff and they want a fairy. It's like, doesn't mean I don't do fairies. I just don't really post it, but I do it in my style.
Right. I kind of have this rule, and people might get upset about me saying this, but if there's like more than like 3 defining characteristics in the tattoo, I usually don't do it. Because I'm like, oh, this person's too particular. You know?
Go
If
run
they're
traffic.
like, what's that?
Go play in traffic at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. And not that that's fine if you're like that. I'm just not really that tattooer.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, you're like creepy girl face, and I'll just do one in my style, or I'm like castle, you know, or like castle, but I like the castles in this country. Okay, cool. But once it's like, yo, I want a neo-trad, I want to get this in there, I want to change this, I want to add this, I want it to be facing this way. Nope, I'm not the artist
Yeah,
for you.
I don't do it either.
No.
Yeah.
And like even in my booking policies, it says like your ideas will be taken into consideration. However, John's going to draw whatever he wants. That's the first sentence, you know, because like I'm guessing 40% of my clients actually read the booking policies, and then like, so if you're part of that 40% that actually does read it, you probably will read the first sentence.
Yeah.
Which is that.
And if they're getting tattooed by you, they're pretty open.
Yeah, but I don't know if that like registers like to them.
I mean,
like
I would read it and be like, yeah, I'm definitely getting tattooed by this guy.
Oh, he knows what's up.
Yeah, he's going.
bro,
places.
and like the best, bro, is like, and I won't say his name, but he used to work over there, and like dude came in because he had similar booking policies, the artist I'm talking about, and the client was like, this is just a funny story. I'm not saying that I fucking do this, but the client came in and he was like, yeah, like I really wanted to get like Florida state outline with like a gun in it, gunshine state tattoo. Mm-hmm. And artist was like, he was kind of like not feeling too hot that day. He's like, honestly, bro, I don't like feel that great. And like I drew up a flamingo. So either we're doing the flamingo or I'm going the fuck home. And then you saw the client. He was like, flamingos are sad. You know, like I kind of like flamingos, dude. Like we could do that or whatever.
I mean, that's what I used to do with people when they would come in, like when I started doing the mandalas and stuff like that. And they'd be like, oh, I want, this and that, like a traditional eagle. I'm like, how about we do a mandala?
Yeah.
I was like, look at this.
All right, fuck it.
He's like, I also like those.
Yeah,
you know?
I spent hours drawing this.
Yeah, like honestly, besides an eagle, like mandalas are my favorite tattoo.
I was up all night working
I'm
on
gonna stay,
this.
bro.
No, but I could see that, like how you wouldn't have to deal with that much bullshit doing the geometric stuff. You know, I mean, are people ever like, oh, I don't like that pattern, I'd rather do this pattern?
Every once in a while, it's like that.
The
They'll be
fucking
like,
pattern
I want
connoisseurs.
this one, I want the flower of life, or this, or that. And I'm whatever. I don't care. Do whatever.
Well, I
you
guess
want.
it's not that bad because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like making changes doesn't take that long.
No.
Right?
Not
You're
at
like,
all.
okay, here. Whoop, done. Yeah.
You have a whole new one.
Exactly.
I mean, I would still complain about it because I'd get used to it, and I'd be like, oh, it's going to take like 3 fucking extra minutes. That fucking piece of shit client.
This guy, I've never tattooed him again.
Dude.
Change my shit.
Bro, yeah. And like, we're human, and that, like, because that'll happen like in my brain, and I have to correct myself and be like, okay, you're being ridiculous, John.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes a little much, but sometimes like it is their body at the end of the day, and
Right.
it's 3 minutes of my time. So
Yeah. But will that ever happen? Because that happens to me. Like, they ask for a change. You know what it is, bro? It's that, like, I draw in the morning, and I just drew your design for like 3-4 hours, and I fell in love with the piece. Like, I'm so stoked to do this. Sometimes I'm even coming, like, showing everyone, like, look what I'm going to do today, you know? And then the client's like, yeah, can we change it? Like, I'm like, fuck, like, I really wanted to do it this way. And their change might not even be a bad idea.
yeah.
And like, maybe it really only takes me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've had to learn to like let go of the attachment to that piece quick. And it was tough in the beginning.
Have you ever had clients or heard of clients changing artists' design, and then the artist just kept that design and tattooed on somebody else?
Well, yeah. I do that all the time. Yeah. Well, because I'm like, oh, I really like this. I'm going to do it
I'm
later.
gonna do it on somebody else.
And it goes in this folder, and that folder is well, John, is there anything you've wanted to do recently folder?
Right here.
Right. And I'm like, you know what? Like, and sometimes I'll be shitty about it, especially if I really like the design. I'm like, how about this? And they're like, dude, that is fucking sick. And I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't believe this, but some other client wanted me to change it.
And you're going, like, no,
Some piece of shit idiot. Wow, this shirt is actually really nice. If you haven't already, you need to check out the Model Citizen apparel tassrobinson.com. It has the best tattoo clothing I've ever seen. And I'm quite a critic when it comes to fashion, clothing, whatever. The design has to be cool and the material has to be comfortable, at least form-fitting. They have a range of styles from vintage to modern. They're continuing to work with new artists featuring new designs and articles of clothing. You need to check out this company, themodelcitizenapparel.com, or you can check out their social media, which is Model Citizen Apparel. It's the best.
I enjoyed our time.
Yeah. You can hang out again.
Yeah, bro.
You ever have clients that you actually like truly enjoy your time with them and they like leave? You're like, bro, that guy was cool as shit.
Dude, honestly, all my clients, like
I get that a lot.
80% of my clients, like I try to hang out with outside the shop. Because if I don't feel like that about you, I'm not tattooing you again because I'm spoiled. You know? Yo, but like all my clients, like I'm excited to see. I'm like, oh, I get to chill with Josh today. I get to chill with Pat. I get to, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And like most of my clientele in my audience is more male, you know, so it is very like a boys' day, kind of chilling. I mean, all the female clients I have are awesome.
Yeah, they're
you
cool.
know, they're usually like tougher and
Yes.
joke harder than the guys.
They sit way better than
That too. They're
Way
way
better.
tougher.
Yeah.
But yeah, and honestly, like what a gift that is, dude. Like I don't know about the back because I don't really fuck with the back shit as much, but a lot of the clients in the front are awesome. Would you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Like we are joking, talking shit, like laughing so hard we have to back away from our clients because we don't want to like fuck them up by accident from laughter or whatever.
Yeah.
Stabbing 'em.
Oh, it's a great time.
Nate's got some cool clients. Too.
Yeah, our clients are so cool. I could laugh and stab them by accident, and they would just think it was funny. You know?
I've actually done that once before.
Yeah, me too.
It's like boom, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
That's a shooting star.
And then they're like, "Yo, I think you tattooed me." I'm like, "Yeah, I can fix it."
Yeah, that one's free. I'm not going to charge you for that one.
Tag, here it is.
Top minimum right there.
Yeah. I'll just hand him the machine and be like, "You do it to me, and then we'll be even."
I love it when we have an awesome client and then like across the street there's like maybe a client we have to watch ourselves. So like we'll be having a blast here. And then like kind of Johnny and the COVID father.
Oh yeah.
Because we had Nick here. It was fucking awesome. We were cracking jokes. And then we had them.
A lot of my clients are really inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like so inappropriate that sometimes I have to stay out of what they're saying. Like I can't be like, yeah, I agree with that. You know, like publicly.
I agree with that.
And so I had to be pretty strategic about where I had everyone's clients because some people, they just have like really conservative clients based on the artwork. It's just more common in that group of people.
Yeah.
I have to put them in the back.
Okay.
You know? Which kind of sucks because sometimes I really love that artist and I want to work by them. And they're honestly a good influence in the shop. Like they would keep it together. But just one too many times, like my clients, who's like the bad kid, like you don't want your clients hanging out with my clients. They're bad influences. You know?
Because Johnny does portraits and a lot of the time they're like tributes and stuff like
Memorial.
They're dead people.
They're memorials,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hearing some raunchy shit while
Right.
they're getting their grandmother tattooed on them.
Yeah, bro. And like I'm always making suicide jokes. It's like a huge part of my story and my humor, and it's just how like I'll talk about it. You know, so it's not cool when the tattoo can also relate to my jokes. You know, so.
Cancel.
Never coming back.
Yeah.
We should put that shit in the policies. Like whatever you hear
And it's like
as you sign this.
that's like a weird topic because I don't know if there's like a card or a position you can be in where it's like okay to joke about that. Like you can't be like, no, it's cool, man. Like I did it. And it's like, no, you didn't. You're alive. And it's like, yeah, well, I tried. It's like, yeah, but you failed. So, you know,
Stay out of this, man. Didn't commit.
yeah. Your boy be on his way up to heaven. Like, I can say it now, motherfucker.
Yes, yeah. At my shop, though, it's like me and my girl there, basically. So it's like, and we switch shifts because we have our newborn. So it's like he's there a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just me and my client. And then when I'm done tattooing, her client comes in. So
Yeah.
it's, You know?
It's like good teamwork, though.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
How is that working with your chick?
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A different dynamic, I'd assume.
Different dynamic,
right?
but we feed off each other and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, she asks me a lot of questions. Sometimes she'll give me advice on things.
Cool.
You know, she's been doing it a couple years now.
Yeah.
So,
Very
yeah.
like family run. That's cool, man.
you know,
I do like that. I don't think I could ever work with my girl. But I've seen a bunch of people because of who I am, you know, but I've seen a few people do that and make it look really attractive. Like, oh, that maybe that would be cool. Like have like a little family thing going, you know? Like I feel like Nate could do that no problem.
Oh
Yeah, Nate and stuff could run
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a small studio.
Ricky could never do that in his whole
well, I
life.
mean,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
when me and Nate worked together, Steph worked with us.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so we all work, you know, so they know what it's like
Yeah.
to work with each other too. So they were good working together.
Because I'm very much like work life, personal life, and it stays pretty separate, you know, just in terms of like family dynamic. And I'm a little more like private about that stuff. But I haven't really experimented with bringing those two together. Was that kind of always a thing for you? Or you're like, you know what, let's bring this together?
Like once I opened the studio, I was like, come with me, you know, because
Yeah.
I wanted her to like, I wanted to actually like apprentice her, and it was hard working at other shops and, you know, them being like, oh, well, we don't need more people here, or, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just like,
oh,
all right.
you apprenticed her.
I was going to.
Oh, okay.
And then she ended up going to my old shop, and she was apprenticing under somebody else there. And then I opened the shop.
You think you could apprentice someone you're dating?
personally? I mean,
Sorry.
yes and no. Yes and no, but like there is that like a line that you don't, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard. It'd probably be hard
yeah.
to do because it's like you get frustrated, but you know you're gonna treat them differently than you would if it was camp.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Like how
don't-
could you not?
Yeah, you like don't want to hurt their feelings.
Like,
And then expect it to all be normal when you go home at night.
yeah, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this looks like fucking shit. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Get my
like,
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
babe, do you mind
like,
cleaning the
babe, what were
bathroom
you
It's like,
floor?
babe, like, okay, well, we can do this and change this and that.
Yeah.
You know, it
Softer
makes it
approach,
yeah, it's a
somehow.
softer approach.
Do you think you could apprentice someone you're dating? No.
No.
Why?
Because I'm going to be evil to my next apprentice.
Are you?
Yeah.
PTSD.
You're gonna pass it down? You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be different than my dad was. You're gonna be like,
evil.
this is what I was taught, motherfucker.
Yep.
Because it works.
No, it does.
Are you going to be harder than John was?
Tough love.
Cam's just gonna hit. That's
Yeah.
it. He's not even gonna talk. Like dog training.
Yeah, 100%. Shot collar.
Yeah. No, the apprentice is gonna like draw a line. Cam will hit him, and then he'll do something different. Cam will hit him again, and then he'll do it the right way, and Cam won't hit, and he'll be like, I get it now.
That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Look, it only took him 3 tries.
What?
It only took him 3 tries.
It'll probably take more than 3 tries.
Yeah.
Your hand will probably get swollen if you choose to hit with your.
Would you
hand.
justify it by saying, that's what I went through?
Yeah.
But you didn't.
No.
But yeah, you did.
You don't know what my
I'm going to
dad
be
did me.
absolutely diabolical.
Yeah, I could never.
I mean, how were
apprentice.
you to your first apprentice, though? Like,
I was so sweet.
yeah, you regret that?
What?
Do you regret it?
Well, he doesn't tattoo anymore. But I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Not that I do now, but I had even less of an idea back then. And I just was so excited for like someone else to be like going into the career, and I definitely enabled a lot of bad habits and behaviors by being so nice.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's fine. You know, whatever. And dude just did whatever he wanted, and there was no routine, no structure, no foundation. And then tattooing didn't work for him, and now he doesn't tattoo anymore.
Yeah, I feel like apprenticing is a lot of, I feel like from what I've seen is like you have to like sniff the bad habits like instantly.
Like smell him as soon as they
Yeah,
walk in.
I couldn't find the word. Like snub them, like stop it, like
No, yeah, sniff out the bad habits.
yeah, you
That
just
makes
gotta
sense.
like
I was just
off
winging it.
rip.
Yeah.
I feel like it is super easy to build really bad habits and like pretty quickly too.
Yeah, and you know, we've had practice in other relationships, like as far as like being a shop owner or like social life relationships, and like realizing that you can't please everyone. You're in a role. It's kind of your job to be that role, even though people might not always like you. That's your role.
Yeah.
So be that thing. So if you're like a teacher, be a teacher. Don't be like a friend.
Yeah.
You know, can you build a relationship that might look like a friendship? Yeah, sure. But like, if you're the teacher, make sure teaching comes first, right?
Yeah.
And like, that's why for me, it'd be so difficult to mentor someone I'm in a relationship with, because the relationship came first.
Yeah.
So isn't it my duty to, you know, participate in the relationship? And at that point, I think I'm hindering the experience of the
You're almost like
mentor-apprentice relationship.
It's almost like worse for the apprentice in that situation.
Yeah.
Like they're in a good situation. Like you're probably super lucky to be learning somebody you're in a relationship with, but you're not getting the best apprenticeship that way.
Yeah, dude, yeah, and I've dated tattooers in the past, and they're like, "Can you teach me?" And I'm like, "Fuck you!" And then I'll send them to some other shop, and that was kind of weird too, because then they come home and they're like, "I got to work at this shitty shop when you could just be teaching me," and I'm like, "No, I don't know." It's just a weird, and that's when I was like, "I'm never dating tattooers again."
Yeah. I don't think I would teach anyone I'm in a relationship
It's cool
with.
though, like, you know, like we want to do some more conventions and stuff, and it's kind of cool that, like, you know, you and your chick together going out. Got
That's cool. Like
little
once you both
family
have made
thing.
it.
Yeah, you know.
I'll see like duos that do it pretty well. Even like just more popular one off the top of my head is like Ryan and her Arlo, I think.
Oh yeah,
Like they do like Elysium together, I think.
That place is awesome.
Yeah, but they seem like they do it like pretty well together.
Yeah.
Like, family oriented.
Have you seen that shop before?
Yeah, it's cool. Well,
Like
he's
old
like
church.
they're huge into like architecture and all that.
Just
Yeah, it is cool. It's like an abandoned church that they remade into a shop.
that's cool.
It's fire.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's cool shit.
Cam, can I give you a scenario and you act it out?
Sure. I mean, I'll
Bro,
try.
he's so bad at
I was about to say I'm horrible at acting.
Okay,
Let's go.
say so your apprentice, here, let me paint it for you. It's 12 o'clock and your apprentice hasn't walked in yet. It's 12:15 and he strolls in with a McDonald's bag.
Backhand.
Go.
Backhand.
Good, so I can slap you next time you do that shit. Right? But I just wanted to get the permission. Backhand.
Do you want to sit? Okay. I'm gonna give you. Well, give him a scenario. Yeah. And I'll give him one. Cam.
Give Cam a scenario.
Yeah. Of how he would handle it.
Breaks the stencil machine.
Break stencil machine.
Hand drawing all of them that day.
Yeah, I had an apprentice once break my stencil machine.
Oh wow.
That sucks.
All right, look.
Right before
Like
a
the
big
thermal
appointment.
one?
Yeah.
All right, so
You got the big thermal
let me
one,
get
that
this
little
straight. You broke it, and you just walked away
Yeah.
and hand stenciled.
He did.
Backhand. Bro, I would come up to you and be like, well, let's play this out. Why is the stencil machine not working?
It's broken.
How did it break?
It's old.
You're the only one here. It's broken. What did you do?
Look at the draw.
If you fucking lie to me, I'll fire you. I'm going to check the cameras. Now's your last chance to be honest with me.
I shoved too many papers in it at once.
Thank you. What are you going to do to fix the situation?
Get a new one?
When?
Now?
Yeah, because I got an appointment in 45 minutes. So either you better be hand stenciling my fucking design,
Yeah.
or on your way to the stencil place, which doesn't exist, which is Amazon.
Just like hope like a supplier who has one in Miami.
You better call Doug.
Yeah.
Right the fuck now.
Stencil machine. Yeah.
He doesn't do deliveries anymore.
That's coming out of my $0 paycheck.
Bro, if you broke the stencil machine and I saw you back there hand stenciling your own design, like la 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 la. Dude,
Backhand.
I would research on YouTube how to do flying kicks, practice them in the front for 10 minutes, and come back there and whoop your ass.
Hell yeah.
That's actually what happened. My apprentice broke the stencil machine, and then I'm like sitting there watching him like hand drawing his stencil. And I'm like, why is he doing that? He knows how to use a stencil machine.
Yeah,
walk over to
what a
use
nerd.
it. I guess when he ran it, he didn't like hold it, and it literally just went inside of it. And it fucking spun around it. So I took it all apart, was trying to run. It was dumb.
Like you didn't use the plastic thing?
No, I have the one from like Amazon where you just
You
stick
have
the
to
pencil.
you have to hold it. Once
You don't
the
have to
instant
hold
that
it. You just push the button.
Yo,
and, like,
those
you
are
wanna hold just a little.
pretty decent, actually.
I think they're better than the
They're
big
like
ones.
$100,
Yeah,
right?
and they're I love those ones.
We just started using the printer, like where it just prints it out. Well, I just started. I guess they've been using it forever. So I like that printer prints stencils, that white printer prints stencils, and then we have like the regular Thermofax. But I don't mind that. The only thing that's kind of annoying is like you got to like flip the image and print it out.
Well, there's a button on it. It says mirror.
Oh yeah. I'm still learning. Yeah.
Mirror it or unmirror it.
Yeah.
Well,
What,
the
on
one you
printer?
have has no. The one he has.
Yeah, the one I have, it's like a little black one.
Yeah.
It's like 2 buttons, and there's like you can pick how dark or light you want it. It's like $100, $150 on them.
Yeah.
They're small. They're great for conventions.
Huh.
Yeah, you already have everything pre-made and just a little machine.
Is it the one with the dragon on it?
I'm not sure.
You gotta send
It's
me
like
a picture of it. I'm
it's
almost
like
looking for a
this
stencil.
big. It looks like a typewriter almost.
Looks like an
ancient
old
thingies, yeah.
laptop or something.
Well, it's like shaped
those
like
things?
that, where it's like a wedge almost.
Yeah,
yeah.
like the little back part pops up. You slide the paper in. You close
No, I know
it,
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like makes a noise.
Yeah. It's too dark.
Yo, but it's hammering it in there. You're
No,
like,
it is.
this stencil's
Pretty
gonna be
solid stencil.
fire,
It's
bro.
great for like really fine line things though. Like if you have stuff with
it'll
fine,
pick up, like,
it
super
picks
cool.
up.
Yeah, you're right.
everything.
That's why I
Those are
kind of
good for that
that's
too,
why you
though.
started
Oh,
using
those
the printer.
Brother ones.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like the ink is actual like
So
stencil.
the inkjet stuff.
Yeah.
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 Because like Katie does the micro stuff, and like, it'll print out a tattoo this big, like clean.
I
no
mean,
bleeding.
you print out the line work. Some people like print out the realism. That shit I don't fuck with. You know, just like wipes off. It's like whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's there. Like
But what I did
that's
like
unfair.
about it is a little lighter than a normal stencil, and it does wash away easier. Like if I use a regular Thermofax, the stencil's on my tattoo even 8 hours later.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like wipe. I don't fuck with the skin that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this thing, like, I can actually see my line work, which I kind of can't sometimes with the other one. It's like too dark, and like see what I'm doing. So I do kind of prefer the printout version now, you know.
yeah.
But we'll just bring that whole printer to the convention.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only you could order them. It's only like $200. I might just do that. I might just order the printer to the convention with the ink, and then
Give it away.
give it to a local shop. I'll probably throw it away in the dumpster.
That's what I do with like massage tables.
Your iPad stands. Yeah.
I literally, I'll buy one, have it sent to the hotel. I'll bring it in, use it
Yeah.
for the 3 days, and be like, hey, any local artists want this?
Yeah.
You know, make a friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Future guest spot.
Yeah, get a good guest spot in somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you want this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was clutch in Philly.
Would you date a tattooer, you think?
Based off of everyone else's experience with it, I'd try not to. It's hard to say like yes and no. I would definitely try not to though. I would avoid it.
Yeah.
Man, the
Like,
shit you're gonna get from Victoria.
I
after
enjoy
she hears this.
talking. I enjoy talking about like my tattoos to my significant other. Like I don't want to talk about their tattoos either.
You're just selfish.
Yeah,
Look what I did today. Oh, that's so good. Look what I did.
that or like I mean, yo,
fuck
if they're like extremely better than
Babe, I don't
me,
wanna
and I
talk
see
about
it,
work
and
at
I see it
all.
as like a chance to learn, maybe. But like, say they're like horrible tattooer.
Right.
And they're like showing you their shit at night when you're in bed. You're just like, I don't want to look at this right now.
Just do. I'm very bad at
Yeah, like it would just cause
Giving fake
problems.
compliments.
That's what I'm saying. It would cause problems in my relationship. Like, because
mean,
it would hurt me to be
we're
with
pretty well with
somebody
it.
who's.
Well, yeah, you guys make it look good, but
Well,
like
we,
I
like-
know you're like a unicorn. Like
I mean,
don't-
if it's like, let's say like she had like something that I was like, hey, you could do this better. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, that looked like shit. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because it's
yeah.
not like
Right.
when she's
Communication.
making the design, I'm
Yeah.
also there too. So she'll ask me questions. So I know that, you know what I mean? The design she's gonna do is gonna be decent, you know? So,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's cool.
When you were dating, were you like, oh, I'm gonna try to date a tattooer, or I'm gonna stay, or it didn't even register?
Didn't even register.
It's,
Yeah.
it's probably a little bit different for you than me too, because you've been doing it for so long. So you're.
And he's
so
an
much
adult.
More, yeah, he's
He's a
just so
man.
much more comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, just being a little bit older, I guess. You know, I'm not young. I'm not out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's different when you're 17. You know?
Yeah, you got your whole life to live.
Right.
Go out and enjoy it.
You don't even know what your preference is at that point, right?
Sure.
I mean, at your age, bro, stay away from tattooed girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like those poison tree frogs, bro.
From what I've seen, all tattoo artist chicks are pretty intense. So.
Careful.
Is Katie in the back? Is any of the girls listening right now?
I mean, but look at tattoo artists though.
Yeah.
You know,
My thing is like, I know how I am, and I would never want to date someone like me. So that's why I stay away from tattooers.
I just don't think I'd want to date anybody in my industry.
Like, if we get along off the rip, we shouldn't date. It's going to be bad.
You made me laugh. That's not gonna work.
Yeah. No, I need like a good influence. I need like first date, I'm making jokes, and they're like uncomfortable, and they're like, that's
Look
not really
around.
appropriate. And I'm like, you're right.
I
Should be a better person. If they're like encouraging my terrible behavior, it's gonna end bad, bro. Like, yeah, you're like, fuck it, say it so the whole restaurant can hear. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know, that'll go bad, bro. We'll kill each other.
Yeah.
Any more scenarios you can think of?
With Cam,
But can you act it out?
Can I?
yeah.
You wanna try?
A scenario John's about to give you, or Paul.
So we just finished the tattoo. This isn't really what I thought it was gonna look like.
I'm sorry you feel that way about your tattoo.
Yeah, me too. So what can we do about this?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I leave here with a tattoo I actually like.
You're gonna laugh at his face.
And now you're laughing at me. Thanks. This, it makes me feel even better about my tattoo.
It's a sick tat.
It's not a sick tat. It's actually a garbage tat. I was trying to be nice in the beginning and see if you're open to making the situation right. Of
course.
And you're clearly not. Oh, of course, after you laughed at me.
Like,
You know what's so hard? To look at this fucking tattoo you did on me.
the review's gonna be hard.
Continuing to laugh. You know what? I'm probably just going to leave. You'll see me in the Google reviews.
yep. She's gonna Yelp your ass.
Yeah.
Go on.
Can't keep
Yo, they're walking out the door. Do something.
Make sure you drop my name in the 1-star review.
Fuck you, door slammer.
Seth, don't ever book that guy again.
Well,
Cam's just not a good actor.
I mean, I was surprised just how strong he said he was gonna be
What?
up to his apprentice.
He's not. He's all talk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
really
the
way
fucking
too nice, probably.
They're going to do some trash design. He's going to be like, oh, nice, man. You're really making progress.
You'll get there.
He's probably not even looking at it. He's playing Fortnite.
Yeah, bro.
That's cool, man.
Do you have an apprentice?
We have like a shop apprentice that comes. It's not like how Cam is. She comes. She has a full-time job and rent and stuff like that. But she comes in at night and stuff like that, and we teach her things.
But the goal for her is to learn to tattoo.
Just to learn a tattoo, yeah.
Nice.
It's a chick that my girl grew up with.
Oh, okay. It's like family friend kind of.
Yeah, and she was an artist the whole time. She's apprenticed at another shop and felt uncomfortable, so she quit and kind of just gave up on it. And my girl was like, "No, like,
Yeah,
do this." So she's like, "Come with us," and we're teaching her stuff.
that's cool. Like, give her a safe space to
Yeah.
continue learning. It's a difficult road with the apprentices. Every once in a while, I'm like, I'm never doing this again. You know?
Hard,
It is fucking hard, bro.
because it's like you're bringing them into your world, and if they suck at it, it makes you look bad.
Right.
If they have bad habits, it makes you look bad. 'Cause at the end
Right.
of the day, they're like, oh, they make it, if they make it through their apprenticeship, or they can be like, I apprenticed here for a year, and then they go and actually get a job somewhere, and then they're late every day, or,
Yeah.
Then they're like, well, what the fuck was this person teaching them? And
Right,
then it's
and
your
some-
name.
Yeah, bro. And sometimes you run into these situations where it's just like, at least in the beginning, you're like, I don't know how to fix this. You know?
I've had an apprentice. I had an apprentice once for about a year, and then I was like, dude, let's get you tattooing, this and that. Like, he was gonna do well. He did a couple tattoos and then just quit.
Yeah.
Didn't like pick up his stuff for months or anything. And I had to hit him up like, bro, are you coming to get your stuff? Like, I'm making sure you're not in jail or something. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so then it's like, damn, we put all this time and effort, and he just quits.
Feels like a waste for you.
Yeah, it's like a waste. Now it's like someone wanted to come get an apprenticeship and be like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to deal with the headache right now.
Yeah, over time, it's like in the beginning, I put up more and more and more hoops that someone has to jump through for me to be like, all right, let's fucking do this.
Yep. Like, don't teach him anything.
Well, yeah, in the beginning, it was like I was kind of just taking whoever, you know, and then a lot of it like went south, or like 6 months in, 9 months in, they just fucking leave for whatever reason, and it's just like feels like a waste of fucking time. And you know, especially when they leave and they like don't even tattoo anymore. It's like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, bro. So I don't know. Every time we like finish one, I'm like, I'm not fucking taking another one on. And then someone shows up and they're like, I moved here from across the country and I'll do anything. And I'm like such a sucker for that. I'm like, yeah, come on, let's fucking go, bro. Because you deserve it at that point.
Picking up all the stray dogs, the lost puppies.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Danny's like, another one.
Another one.
This guy's missing a leg, man.
You won our hearts, man.
That was kind of, I fucking love Logan, and I would never give him up for adoption, but Cam kind of picked Logan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cam was like, yo, this one.
He needs it.
This one gets it. This one gets what we're trying to do here.
He's broken.
I'm like, I'll be the test of that. And then 3 days later, we made a whole video making fun of him being amputated. And he was about it. And I was like, damn, he does get it. Yeah. He does get what we're trying to do.
Out of everyone I spoke to, Logan was like the one that like needed it the most.
Does Nate's one client that's missing both her legs still come in?
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen.
Dude, she was awesome. Like my son at the time was Logan. He was like, I want to say like 4.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like asking about it. She's like, oh yeah, here. And gives it to him. And he
Her
just
leg?
Yeah. It starts
Was she
running
in a
around.
wheelchair? Was she double amputee?
She was W amputee, but she was able to walk.
Oh, okay.
It happened, I guess she was like jogging near a train and it sucked her under or something.
I know that girl.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, super awesome. Like she was super awesome. I think Nate was supposed to like draw on one of them. I think she had like tattoos on one of them and she wanted another one. I don't know, but
Oh, you know what? I think in the beginning of the shop opening, she would come around, but I knew her from something else. But yeah, she's a badass.
yeah, she's badass, bro. She'd rip it off, let
Yeah.
him play with it, and he's running around with her leg. I'm like, Lo, give her fucking leg back.
I'm using it, Dad.
Expensive.
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
playing
like,
mini golf over here. Leave me alone.
It's a fucking car you're holding.
yeah, you just run around with it. I'm like, all right.
Where's the product?
The product.
We they just randomly pick products and we just say whatever we want about them. It doesn't even have to be like legitimate stuff. I just think it's fun.
All right.
Yeah, it's a quick segment. A company that sent us a product. Have you heard of these guys?
I have not.
The packaging's cool though.
Cam, don't ruin the surprise.
Yeah.
I already opened it, so I already know what it is. But I'm gonna have you open it. It's a little right here,
That's fancy.
and we'll see what you think about the packaging.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Right, dude? I'm a big presentation guy.
Same.
I mean, you know,
Show the camera.
like a
And I love
cigar
I love
box.
needles.
Yeah, the fucking
Yeah, it's like a
syringes.
syringe.
That's badass.
Let's all take one out. There's 3. We can each have one.
There you go. And
Can't
they
see how
even
it
give you
tastes.
stickers and everything. That's, you know.
Wow.
I get the box.
So this is like numbing cream, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
It says for tattoo artists.
I mean, that's
but I
really
think it's
cool.
actually for the client.
Yeah.
This is actually really cool.
Yeah.
For the cure.
Props on the packaging for sure.
Open, close, so it locks. Plays.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that.
So how does it come out? Can you give us?
It's got like a little rubber cap.
Pull that
And
off,
the-
and then you just.
Doctor.
That's fucking cool.
Damn,
That's
they
really
thought of
cool.
everything. And the stickers. I'm assuming directions are here. Why don't you scan that and tell us? Num 27. I wonder why they chose the number 27.
27 minutes.
27th formula got it right.
Maybe there's 27 flavors.
Maybe. Cam, what flavor you got?
Yeah, what flavor did you get, Cam?
Try it out. Tastes like numb.
Cherry.
This is just a link to their website.
How do you use it?
Yeah, we're trying on camera.
How to use. Wow, this is a lot of steps.
All right, well, tell it.
Here, pops.
I don't like a lot of directions because I have a short attention span. Shave and wash the area where the skin will be tattooed, clean thoroughly. Most of the time with these numbing products, like you got to be careful about alcohol because it'll like neutralize it, whatever. Apply the product, tattoo numbing cream to the area tattooed approximately 3 to 4 millimeters thickness with our new pump applicator, rubbing the skin. Too many words. Make sure the area tattooed is now covered. So I'm assuming like you put on a good amount, like glob it up.
Probably the whole tube.
Applying more. Well, yeah, they definitely want you to use the whole tube, so you buy more of it.
So these are one-time use?
I don't know, but if it was my company, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Leave the wrap on for 1 to 2 hours before removing. So I guess 1 to 2 hours. That seems to kind of be standard with like the numbing cream.
I think
pre-numbing.
some of them are like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
But they last like 30 minutes.
Yeah, so it seems like you shave the area, you clean the skin, let it dry out, put this on, wrap it up, chill for an hour. What do they sell for? Like, what does this box cost?
Buy now. Shop now.
Packaging's
Wow.
great, though.
Yeah.
So a single tube is 40.
That's not
The
bad.
3-pack's 120, but they have it on sale for 81 right now. So it's
feel
buy
like
two,
that's
get
not
one
bad.
free.
It's not bad.
If it actually works, it might not
Yeah,
work.
they're actually running like a pretty big discount right now. 81. This one's
realistically like $40 to not feel it.
a 30-pack.
I wonder how long it lasts, though, because we get like medical grade numbing cream right from the pharmacy, and it will last like, I'd say average 4 hours.
Yeah. I've seen it go longer, but I guess it's also the person who's getting it.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you feel
more
about people that get put under for tattoos?
That's a good question. So we were talking to I was talking to a couple people at the Philly convention about it. Cause I mean, so my girl's a nurse, right? She's a nurse practitioner, and, I don't really know enough about the procedure. I think that obviously you open yourself up to like more danger, right? And I think, at that point it's like surgery. Like, cool, someone is going on, this is a major procedure, and there needs to be like pre and post aftercare for this. Like, cool, your body just underwent this crazy experience. So I hope they're having the people, appropriately prep and going home with instructions on how to take care of themselves from this procedure. I mean, obviously, it's a convenient shortcut. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Which we see all the time. And, cool, if you want to spend the money, you get the shortcut. The richer you are, the more convenient your life is.
Yeah.
That's how the world works. Or that's how I feel like it's sold to the consumer as. I don't know enough about it. I heard this rapper got his whole back done by a bunch of artists at one time and whatever. I didn't hear much about the procedure itself. Maybe you know more than I do.
Not really. I mean, I was actually in California. I was across from them, from that whole shop that
Ganga
does all that.
or
From,
Ganga?
literally right
Ganga?
across the Allegory booth was right there. And they just kept doing the videos of them putting them under, and then they're just laid out getting tattooed.
Were they doing it at the convention?
They weren't doing it at the convention. They had a big TV with all their videos of them.
So they hire an anesthesiologist to essentially manage the person while they're being tattooed.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah,
Right.
they show them, put it on their face, and
Yeah.
they're there the whole time.
And is the dude 10, 9? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what it is. But what do you I'm thinking the whole trauma of that though afterwards.
Right.
When you wake up,
oh my
Yeah.
god.
you get your whole torso done.
Yeah, I told my girl, and she was like, "That is absurd," and was telling me all the medical stuff behind it. And I kind of stopped listening at that point, and I don't remember what she said, but I remember she didn't really think it was cool.
Not a good idea.
However, my brain is well, if you have the proper medical staff, what's the difference between
That and a root canal.
Another procedure under, anesthesia. Correct.
You can also die from eating lettuce. So,
Right. Also, I could kill you.
Yeah. I think it should have a buddy system. Like you have to go with somebody you
Should we
trust.
say the tattoo artist prayer? No.
Like someone should be there. Like, yo, what if this guy extended it way longer than it should have been and took 27 smoke breaks? It's awesome for the fucking tattoo artist. But I think if you have a buddy system, someone who's there watching the procedure, I think that's a little sick.
And I don't know what like the medical standards are. Like, do they have to record the procedure?
That's another thing. Like
Right.
you have to somewhat know what you went through.
Right.
What if you were diddled?
Yeah. What if they drew a mustache on you and took funny pictures?
Yeah, they started stacking shit on you because you weren't waking up when you should have.
Right. Like they're balancing stuff.
Fucking playing Jenga on your back.
Yeah.
Caps on him.
So that's why I think like maybe having a buddy system is a better alternative or better.
I would love to hear the audio from those sessions.
Look at this fucking dumbass.
Fucking move, bro.
No, your fucking elbows in my way. Quit wiping so damn hard, dude.
I mean, like anything that's new, it's going to be under a lot of investigation and criticism and whatever. I think for a long time, people always said stuff like that. What if I wish I could just be put under and like wake up and get the tattoo or, whatever goes with that. Like at the shop we're opening, we're going to have an entire medical staff. Okay. And like we could do that. I don't think I will though. I wouldn't.
It's a lot of risk behind that.
Yeah, it just seems too much.
Something goes wrong.
Yeah, there's your whole business.
Yeah,
Right
'cause you need like a heart monitor there, fucking taking all your vitals and shit at the same time. It's not just you going to sleep.
No, yeah.
It's you
need to
have
be
to
tracked.
be. Yeah.
All right, Cam, why don't you close this up?
Thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Unemployable Podcast.
Did you do an intro?
Forget the name.
Started from the top, baby. Let's do it. Look.
Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Unemployable. See you next week.
Thanks, Paul.
Dude, I suck. I don't know why I can't get
Stop
the outros right.
Paul, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having
You're a
me.
fucking homie.
You're a delight.
It was a good time. We got to have you back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hopefully, yeah.